Hey, what's up? So just doing a quick live video here, seeing how. Let's see, I'm gonna turn a couple lights in here. There we go. Let's get all the lights in this Escalade turned on, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. All right, cool. So anyway, before people come in here, if anyone comes in, because I don't know how to do it on the phone, just want to test out on the phone, see how the quality looks, and see how basically how long it takes to, for it to actually do what it's doing. Hey, how's it going? So basically, I'm in the Walmart parking lot, and my fiance runs in and grabs some stuff she needs, and so I figured while she's doing that, I can answer a few questions really quick. So if anyone has any questions, let's go ahead and get them done, and then yeah, it's gonna be a short session. So basically, however long it takes her. Best soil for auto, in my opinion, I would go with coco. That's how I grow, or pure rock wool. That's just personally my personal preference. As far as soil, I don't know. I don't really like growing the soil. So I think as long as the soil is pretty well balanced and doesn't have really much nutrients in it, that we can control what goes into it. Hey, what's up? How's it going? It's kind of lame. The questions that keep disappearing. Like it'll show up when someone types something. Let's see how does this work. It's on my phone right now, so I think I just hit this right here. Sponsor, no. Anyway, let's see here. Grafting. I've tried it, and I don't know. I don't really see the point. Like it just, I don't know. I can see some benefits of it. Maybe like, let's say, I don't know, if you wanted to mix the two plants together, maybe graft it first and then seed the grafted branch, so, or not seed it, yes, well, not seed it, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Make it turn male, yeah, if it's not already, and then have it basically flower the whole plant, because if it's already grafted into it, it's more likely that the genetics will mix better, I would think. That's actually good. That's actually a good idea. I should try that. How do I, oh, here we go. What week do red hairs usually start coming in, man? Thanks. It all depends on the strain, but and whether it's an auto or regular. But yeah, typically once the buds are starting to get formed and they look like buds and they're getting hard, you should start seeing some orange hairs and stuff coming in. Hey, thanks, Michael White. Appreciate it. Any plans to make an upgraded Goliath? I'm going to purchase another soon. And any plans for stronger light? I have a light I've been working on for a little while now, and hopefully that light will do everything that I want it to. And it seems like so far it is. And I'm gonna be showing it soon if it all does what I want it to, the way I want it to. So, but it's gonna be a light onto its own, but the idea is to replace the Goliath and the Cobb if I can. It doesn't do everything that those lights can do and more. So how many watts do you need for a 4x4 area? It really depends on the light. Like with the Goliath, only uses 575 watts and it easily covers 4x4, no problem. I mean, it even covers 5x5. I got a guy right now on the 420 magazine that's growing in a 5x5 tent. He's covering all the 5x5 and it's hitting even the very, very corners. It's pretty crazy. What's the best amount of watts you've ever, or what's the least amount of watts you've ever grown with? The Perfect Sun Mini, which uses 125 watts. But back in the day, I did CFLs. I can't remember how many watts I was pulling though. I was using the, I think it was the 28 watt equivalent, or 21 true watts, or 20. I think it was, each bulb was 23 true watts, and I was using 8 of those. So I think that actually, yeah, I think that equals more than the Mini. And the Mini does way better than that, like way better. Blows CFL away watt per watt any day. But yeah, the Mini uses 125 watts, and I pulled 4 something ounces off of it. Favorite organic nutrients? I actually love Dr. Earth, believe it or not. Dr. Earth is the bomb. Like every time I do my outdoor garden, I do that. And I've been working a new system with 100% coco and Dr. Earth, and then just using water. And I'm still working on that. I'll be doing some experiments with that within this perpetual grow system. So yeah, it's basically going to be just water with water, And then I did one plant outdoors. I think it was like two grows ago with that system. But anyway, I'm still trying to get that system figured out. But it's a organic hydro, or yeah, I guess yeah, organic hydro organic pure cocoa grow. Do you buy your seeds locally? I can only tell you where Batman buys his seeds, and Batman buys his seeds through like Herbie Seeds and Gorilla Seeds and GYO Seeds. That's what Batman says. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Dragon? And let's see who we got here. Who else we got here? We got Green State Medgrow. How you doing? What lux is good at your tops? So the highest lux you want to go is probably about 90,000. Once you start approaching 100,000 and over, you can actually stunt the plant. Hey, I appreciate that, Johnny. Appreciate that. I appreciate everyone that's saying thank you. I appreciate it. Much love. What do you need to start an indoor grow? A lot of shit. Check out my free grow course. It's at perfectsunled.com or growpotcheaply.com. Either one. All free to watch and to sign up for shit. You just watch it. It'll tell you everything. It'll show you all the stuff you need in the very first video. What is the most stable breeder for autos? I think Dutch Passion and Royal Queen Seeds is probably my second favorite as far as stability. Yeah, no, I mean, with any auto that does happen, but with Dutch Passion, it's far less often that happens, where you'll get like a 2 foot, like exact same strain, and one plant will be 2 foot, one plant will be 6 foot. Very, very rare. I know, like with their Dutch Passions, what's it called? Ultimate. Most of them are short, squat plants. So every now and again, though, you'll just get one that just gets monster tall. So, but it's they're very, very stable. I don't sell seeds. Yeah, I think I might do a net type shrog grow. And I imagine by shrog you mean a bunch of little plants, and then net them out to make sure that you just get basically one bud off each plant. Let's see here. Aloha from Hawaii. How you doing from Hawaii? 65 watts per square foot is best. Let's see here. What else we got here? Do you still use root maker? I like the root makers. I just do the 4-inch Rockwell system. It works for me. So, and cheaper. I guess in the long run the root makers would be cheaper, but it does cause a little bit of stress to the plants because you have to the root system, because you have to like pull it out of the root maker and then put it into its final destination. So that's why I prefer the 4-inch Rockwell. I don't ever have to disturb the plant. Have you ever tried soil cocoa side by side? Yeah, I've done. When I first started growing, I did a lot of soil and cocoa because I wasn't sure which one to grow with, and cocoa was so much easier to grow with and it's got such better results. And so yeah, I went the cocoa way. I still do soil once in the beginning. I used to do it like for the first 3 years. I used to do a lot of soil. Usually when I grow outdoors, I usually always do soil, but I don't really like going outdoors very much. Just because, I don't know, it just puts your backyard on the radar. Everyone's like, oh, hey, they know your grounds. It's like you have neighbors. It's almost impossible to make it, you know. Anyway, I just don't like that. So Batman says you can get seeds in quantity at GYO Seeds, Herbie Seeds, Gorilla Seeds, pretty much any sponsored seed company at 420magazine.com. Do I refrain from watering the last day or two? No, I don't. Usually what I do is I give it a big heavy feeding right when the plant's done, and then I let it just sit there and drink that water. Like by heavy feeding, I mean I like run tons of gallons through a pot until there's like nothing coming out, that there's no ppms coming out, and then I let it sit under the light for about 2 days, 3 days. What nutrients lines do you think is the best? Well, I think what's the best right now that I've tried is Psycho Flower Nutrients out of Australia. Man, I think I'm way behind here. Let me try to catch up with you guys. Sorry. I think it'd be very rare to have a nitrogen deficiency if you're in flower, personally. So I would think that's probably something else. I would check your pH meter, recalibrate it, make sure it's reading correctly, and then if the pH is, if the runoff, check the runoff ppms. Make sure you're not getting salt buildup. Check your runoff pH after you have calibrated your thing and make sure it's working correctly. How I always test to make sure my pH pen is working correctly is after I calibrate it, I mix equal parts of the 4 and 7 together, and that's if you, I mean, measure it as accurately as possible, equal parts of each one. Mix that together, and that should read right about 5.0 to 5.2. And if it doesn't, then your pH pen's fucked up. And then I would check if the plants are like lighter green everywhere. Just start feeding it with more food. I water my 100% coco every 3 hours on a drip system, and that's what I'm doing right now. So I did last grow too. Let's see here. I had a couple Hermes from the bag seed. Hemp is 4 times more efficient than wood. Northern Lights autoflower, day 40 still has not flowered. Yeah, sometimes, you know, some strains take a while to flower. I had the Mazars, I think it was either 45 or 53 days before they finally started flowering. A safe way to mail cannabis? I have no idea. Auto American Pie looks great under my Goliath. Awesome. Vaxil bag 3 times. Having so much trouble with Cody CGG MGFM and just got a male Durban poison. Awesome. Hey, how's it going, Amando? I recommend never to try to mail cannabis. That's just my personal recommendation for you. I made a video on that. Why I prefer autos. I made it actually recently. So just search my channel and type in why I grow autos, like that exact phrase, why I grow autos, and that video will come up and explains. In brief, autos are way harder to master than photos. Easy to learn, really difficult to master, and I like the challenge. And I also am impatient. I like fast growth. I like seeing them. I like how they grow. I like seeing how fast they grow. I'm not sure how much water it does, but I have it so 5 to 7 seconds on it. So it's about, or 5 to 8 seconds for each watering, and then the very first watering of the day, while there's when lights turn on, is 30 seconds right now. I start that at 18 seconds, and then as the plant gets bigger and starts drinking more and more, I bump up to 30. When I do a perpetual grow system, I have to just keep it at its height. I have to make sure the biggest plant's getting runoff. So usually it stays at 30 seconds for the first watering, which means all the smaller plants are getting a lot more runoff. The big Northern Lights, I think the biggest Northern Lights was 14.8 ounces, if I remember correctly. I know it was 14 point something. I can't remember the exact. I think it was 14.8 ounces off the biggest Northern Lights. It was the Royal Queen Critical that got the 2.48 pounds, whatever. Yeah, you can get away. I did a lot of grows with just CalMag and Bloom, 4 Nova Bloom. So yeah, definitely can do that. Hey, that's awesome, OG Kush. Sorry, just trying to catch up here. So much stuff. I'm gonna have to just go back. I missed a lot of stuff, I think, but I'm just trying to keep up with you guys. Okay, best light cycle for autos 18.6. I prefer 18.6 personally. That's what I use. So I've been doing that for years. I mean, I do a lot of experiments and I try different stuff, but for me, 18.6 has always gave me the best results. So I stick with 18.6. Some people get better results 24. So I don't know. For me, it's 18.6 though. Architectus not logged into HS in 5 days. What's HS? I'm not sure what HS stands for. What do you think the Sensi is gonna weigh? You mean weigh as in the weight? I'm not sure. It all depends on the strain. I've never grown anything by Sensi seeds, so I have no idea. Typically, skunks, produce nice fat nugs. So I'll have to see if this auto version of it does what it's supposed to. If it's a big nug yield, like if it grows fat nugs, it's gonna be a heavy plant. Yeah, 300 watt LED should be enough to veg. Depends on what kind of area you're covering with it, though. My favorite auto seed company is Dutch Passion. I haven't found. So my fiance is almost done, so I got a few more questions I can answer, just so you guys know. My favorite. What was this? Hold on a second. What was the question here? I missed it. Damn it. Oh, have you found any auto flower strains that like to be topped? I don't know about like to be topped, but I accidentally topped the Sensi seed and it's doing great. But if you're going to top an autoflower, top it at the 5th node. So wait till you have the 5th node and then top the 5th node. So top above the 5th node, so you still have 5 nodes, and the 5th node will then become 2 branches. Or you can maybe top the 4th node. The most potent auto would probably, based on people's feedback, would probably be the Fast Buds Gorilla Glue or the Dutch Passions Auto Colorado Cookies. I really thought that the Walter White was going to be the big winner, but as frosty as it was, it wasn't as stony as those, according to people that smoked it. So. Brother, why did you boot Frosty Shark from your live chat? I didn't boot anybody. I don't even know how to do that on the phone. Oh, Hearthstone. I haven't played Hearthstone in a while. I play. I don't know. I'm gonna try to start playing more, but I haven't been playing much. I've been on my PS4, been stuck on that Injustice 2 and Next Machina. Sorry, I'm still trying to catch up to everybody here. Yeah, I'm not sure why you can't comment under Frosty Shark. I don't know. I love Hearthstone. Don't get me wrong. Hearthstone's a great game. I just right now Injustice 2 is where I love fighting games. So, and Injustice 2 is probably one of my favorite fighting games of all time. I love zoning the shit out of motherfuckers. They get so pissed. I actually just made a live video earlier today of Injustice 2, showing some tips and stuff. And I just did 2 quick games and zoned the hell out of a Green Lantern and with some mess everything up. Sorry about that. And then, yeah, who was I playing with against when I zoned in with Aquaman? Oh yeah, Cheetah. She kept trying to jump in on me like a stupid. I'm like, what's this person doing? Like literally, they just kept trying jumping on me. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna keep uppercutting you with my big staff in your fucking face. It's gonna happen. But yeah, if any of you guys like Injustice 2 and you ever see me on there as Architectus, feel free to play against me. Just know that I zone. That's how I play the game. I don't play the game how people want to play it. Everyone wants to play trading combos. I don't do that. I use basic moves and special moves, and I just zone. That's how I play the game. I make them play the game how they don't want to play the game. So I make it hard for them to get in on me and get their combos going. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, Killer Instinct was a shit. I haven't played the new one though because it was only on Xbox. Kind of pissed me off. I'm gonna have to get an Xbox just for that game. See, I'm trying to scroll back up here, trying to catch up again. Sorry. I don't like light. I wear glasses almost all the time. I actually bought these new pair. I forgot to bring them. The dog kind of chewed up the bottom a little bit, so there's a couple little dings in them. But it's kind of like red. You can see my eyes right through them. They're kind of like just slightly reddish, but they block out 100% of the UVA and UVB lights. My eyes are really sensitive to UVA and UVB light, so. Now, I don't think I ever had the auto northern lights tested, but I can tell you just from people smoking the auto northern lights that it's not their favorite. It's maybe a B plus. That's about, you know, stoniness wise, and like just grade wise. If it were on a shelf, it'd be like a B plus weed. It's not horrible, but it's a really good yielder. So, and that's pretty much how it goes. You have to decide: do I want really good marijuana, or do I want a good yielder? Or do I want something in between? And that's what I love about that Auto Colorado Cookies. It's a pretty decent yielder, and it's really, really good weed. Whereas the Fast Buds Gorilla Glue, really good weed, but not a good yielder. Yeah, Goliath will cover 5x5. We've established that now. I did it, and then there's a guy doing it right now on the 420 magazine. And it's in a thread called Black Diamond Perfect Sun Club. I didn't actually start that thread. Somebody else did, just on their own. I can give you all kinds of strain recommendations. I mean, for like the strains I personally like. I said I love Dutch Passions, Auto Colorado Cookies, Fast Buds, Gorilla Glue is really good smoke, not a good yielder, but I don't know how stable they are. I know that so far Fast Buds in general just isn't very stable. Mephisto Genetics has some really good autos. Definitely some stuff. I haven't tried all their stuff yet, but definitely they have some good stuff. I just don't know how stable they are or anything like that because I haven't grown enough yet. Another thing you can do is, let me think. Royal Queen seeds, you know, the Northern Lights, I said, is a really good yielder, and it's not horrible smoke. It's actually, you know, it's a good taste and everything. It's just not the most strongest stuff. And then as far as regulars, Incredible Bulk by I think it's Dr. Incredible or Dr. Crippling, some I don't know, some shit like that. Anyway, Incredible Bulk is an excellent photoperiod. It grows. Sorry guys, I got to go back and answer that. All right, double piece. I told you to be a fast one. I'll try to make more of these.